and fees, or get $750 cash back on a new 2010 Corolla. Toyota.
Sales plan based on RL Coke & Company U.S. Vehicles in Operation Registration Statistics NY 1990 through 2010 as of January 2010. Includes Corolla Matrix lease on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Security deposit waived. Call 1-800-79-TOYOTA for lease details. $350 disposition fee due at lease end. Cashback from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. varies by region. See participating dealer for details. Offers end 1/31/11.
So your family's driving through the mountains in the all-new Ford Explorer with available HD radio. On the road? Well, you're not even sure if it qualifies as that. So you're not taking your hands off the wheel. But the song that just came on ain't happening. So you ask my Ford Touch with Sync to play your favorite CD, and it does it, just like that. Your hands at 10 and 2, your ears in heaven. The all-new 100% reinvented Explorer with voice-activated music and available HD radio. Ford, drive one. Ford, drive one. Don't drive while distracted. Only use My Ford Touch on other devices when it's safe. Optional feature.
Here's your WCMF calendar update. Stop by Havana Mo's today on East Avenue for your favorite cocktail and a fine cigar out of the wall-size humidor. Havana Mo's on East Avenue has live jazz music every Saturday starting at 9:30. And make sure you say hello to Big Mo.
The Irish gave us such notables from the performing arts as Van Morrison and U2. Here in Fairport, the kitchen at Mercado's turns food into a performing art, so you're sure to find something to delight your senses. Mercado's Restaurant, 1355 Fairport Road, just a wee bit outside the village.
Mid-season bowling leagues are back at AMF. Some leagues as short as 8 weeks, and there are men's, ladies, mixed, children, or just form your own. Visit or call any of the 5 locations at Gates, Dewey, Fairview, Empire, and Terrace today for details. AMF, where America comes to bales. AMF, where America comes to bowl. Rochester's finally got a place for great fresh seafood. The Crab Shack, serving king and snow crab legs, whole lobsters, lobster rolls, oysters, clams, fresh catch fish, and more. Located on East Henrietta Road off 390, just across from MCC. Open 7 nights a week.
Everybody needs cash. Bonus Cash is back at Patrick Buick GMC. Patrick has an extra grand for anyone owning a 99 or newer GM vehicle. We even have extra cash for GM employees and all our amazing sign and drive leases. Patrick Dealer Cash, Patrick Bonus Cash, and now Patrick Discounts. It's here, it's now, it's this month only. Plus, there's interest-free financing up to 72 months for qualified buyers. Hey,
I was working as a receptionist when the door opened, and there he was. He was flat, like he was cardboard or something. I soon discovered the truth about Ralph. He was cardboard. He was the cardboard cutout of the Powerball jackpot guy. That night, Ralph whispered the words every girl wants to hear.
Hey, Cookie, the New York Powerball jackpot is now over $80 million. That's over $80 million.
Rest assured with CPAP Express, the sleep apnea equipment stores. With their Henrietta store in the Frontier Commons Plaza, 1225 Jefferson Road. CPAP Express stores. Also in Penfield and Greece. Open Monday through Saturday. CPAP Express, 888-70-SLEEP.
Watch and listen to The Break Room Uncensored. Watch the live webcam on WCMF.com.
$8 million. That's over $80 million.
Rest assured with CPAP Express, the sleep apnea equipment stores. With their Henrietta store in the Frontier Commons Plaza, 1225 Jefferson Road. CPAP Express stores. Also in Penfield and Greece. Open Monday through Saturday. CPAP Express, 888-70-SLEEP.
Watch and listen to The Break Room Uncensored. Watch the live webcam on WCMF.com. The Break Room on 96.5 WCMF.
5 years ago, Ted Haggard was on top of the world. He was the leader of the National Association of Evangelicals that had 30 million Christian conservatives spread over 45,000 churches. This guy had a lot of influence over a lot of people.
He was your top guy. He was like the Pope of the born-agains.
His organization had massive political influence all the way to the White House. Then an international scandal broke out. He was caught having a shocking sexual encounter with a male prostitute over a lengthy period of time. And Pastor Haggard also revealed that he had been using crystal meth. His world was turned upside down when the male prostitute went public with the secret life Haggard had been leading and the controversy that forced Haggard to leave his powerful position at the National Association of Evangelicals. Welcome to the Break Room, Ted Haggard. Mr. Haggard?
Well, thank you. Good to be on.
Take us back to that moment, November 2006, when this guy, Mike Jones, comes out and he starts saying these things about you. Just what were you feeling when he starts talking about you know, how angry he was that you were speaking out against same-sex marriage, and yet we're leading what he said was a double life. Now, where the truth lies in that, it doesn't matter, because that comes out, and boy, that's your image, that's your power, that's everything.
Right.
What were you feeling inside when this came down?
Well, of course, shame, embarrassment, shock, humiliation, hopelessness, loss, all those things just flooded in. And of course, with shame, with all of that, we just lost everything. I lost everything inside of me and everything outside of me.
Were you surprised that it was such a big national story?
Yeah, I was. I to this day, I maintain I wasn't nearly as important as they say I was.
But do you think that the media goes after it because it was Christian? You know, it was a man of faith.
Sure.
On both sides, they got it wrong. On one side, they were saying I was an anti-gay, conservative, hateful preacher. That's not true.
Okay.
That never happened. And then on the other side, they were saying I was a super powerful political pundit. I was never that. I've never had a Christian radio show. I've never had a Christian TV show. I was never a televangelist.
But you wielded a lot of power.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but certainly we were led to believe that you had the ear of George W. Bush.
Oh, yeah, and that wasn't true at all. I mean, I'd introduced George W. Bush a couple of times on events, but I was never like a Dobson or a Falwell or any of those. I never had a political action group.
So you never
we never lobbied on issues.
You never sat with George Bush in any meetings or anything?
I have been in meetings with George Bush. I've never been alone.
Here's the thing: is Time Magazine had you as one of the top 25 most politically influential evangelicals.
Yeah, well, one of the most top 25 influential evangelicals, because I was the president of the NAE.
Right.
But you've got to understand, my children's department at New Life Church had a bigger budget than the NAE.
Okay. I got you.
And so
the NAE itself didn't have a lot of
on the radio talking about 4 years ago, because the documentary is on resurrection, but your point is well taken in that once the public image is out there, it's hard to confuse it with the facts.
Were you surprised too, like, all right, when it comes out and you're kind of stripped, like how many people that you thought were behind you ran away from you?
All of them together.
Okay, nice. Well, so now half his church, from my understanding, went with him. Are you saying that in your church that none of your members stood by you or even thought about contemplating you opening up another church like you're doing now?
Well, 4 years ago, our church was told by the outside leadership that we had requested that nobody be in touch with us and that we have a time of privacy. That was not true, but that's what they were told. Because of that, we were left in seclusion and alone, which is documented in the HBO documentary that came out 2 years ago. Right. Then, when we started to communicate, which was 2 years ago, 2 years after the crisis, 4 years now, when we started to communicate, then